So we open with autumn in New York. Oh, I do miss autumn in New York, but I don't miss them winters. Carrie back at her Upper East Side apartment because she done sold that downtown. I knew she wasn't going to live downtown. Don't nobody live downtown. Didn't make no sense. So Carrie has written a book about Big's death, and her publisher's really excited about it, but there's one note. You got to give it a happy ending, don't you? Yup, she tell Carrie, we gonna need some semblance of hope. Get out there, date again. So we can fast track this for the Christmas season. Across town, Charlotte's meeting Nicole R.A. Parker and tells her Carrie has agreed to be an auction item at the school charity event. How much are old honkies going for these days? $30. What did Kristen Davis do to her face? Good Lord. I mean, she can't even smile. That tennis scene was cute yet forced. Oh Lord, now we got Miranda looking for Steve at the vegetable market in this shake and go wig. Who gave her these Tyler Perry wigs? Child slapped that crap up on her head and called it macaroni. But that wig does look phony. But while she's waiting for Steve to show up, her professor and her husband drop by the vegetable cart. So her husband goes to check out the cheese cart while she tells Miranda she done got her period again and she's sick of trying to have a baby, but she don't know how to tell her husband. Then Steve walks up. Why is Steve so confused in this role? They could have kept this. They just gave Steve dementia like his mama. That's what's going on here. He forgetting his wallet. He can't hear. Don't nobody want to see this. And you ain't that confused and non-hearing in your 50s and 60s. You still sharp. Like maybe if he was 70-something, 80-something, I could see it. Child, you more out of it than Rose Nyland and Sophia Petrillo. Carrie go to meet with her author and she's like, maybe this book is too heavy and I should just keep it for me. Her publisher says, oh honey, Oprah's book people are interested in the epilogue. You could use some of that Oprah coin. Later that night, Seema, Carrie, Charlotte, and Miranda all get together for drinks. So now Seema is, I guess, the new Samantha. And she telling them, I gotta go on a date for this book, Oprah asked. And they're like, oh, okay. Charlotte's gonna hook her up with some dads from school. But Carrie don't want nobody with no kids. Carrie gotta focus on Carrie. Seema said, ooh, girl, I done already put you on 3 apps. Ain't nobody buying real estate right now, so I was bored. Yeah, she turned down Charlotte's dads real quick. She know herself. Carrie says she ain't looking for no dick. She just want to have some pleasant conversation so she can sell this book. Really? I mean, I know he was Mr. Big, but child, he dead. You ain't. You better knock the dust off that thing. Meanwhile, Miranda ain't getting any either, and she's missing Shay. Do they talk about me at the podcast? Girl, you better go get your stud. So Harry badgering Charlotte to invite him to play doubles with her, and she does. Meanwhile, Miranda texts her professor, and the car reads it, and it says, so sorry you're not pregnant, so that's how her man finds out. Oh my God. Who is the sissy screaming, I have a toddler? God, that was funny. That was funny. A toddler! Oh my God. Ooh, Lord, this show is bad. Meanwhile, at the tennis game, Charlotte and Harry ain't doing so well. So she knocked Harry over trying to get the ball and ain't say she's sorry, and now his feelings is white. Oh, shit, my water's boiling. So they get to arguing outside, and Charlotte goes off. You're driving me crazy. And then they look over and they see Nicole and her husband just looking at him argue. You've embarrassed yourself. Back at Miranda's house, she's trying to get freaky with Steve while he's dealing with stuff with the bar. He's like, what's gotten into you? We ain't bumped uglies in 10 years. Guys, she ordered him around, kiss my neck, finger me. Girl, go on and get your woman. Leave Steve to me. God, I love he washed his hands first. That's what you're supposed to do. Like, oh my God. God, the look on her face. God, did you want it dirty? Chai probably just got off the subway. A-train germs all up in your pussy. No thank you. Oh my God. He's like, you wanted spontaneity. What you wanted is snatch. God, I'm a little rested. He don't know which end of a gefloofin is up. Miranda's expression. She's like, let me try to get it up here. Oh, girl, Shay got the magic fingers. She's just like, damn. Child, he said you a little dry. Girl, you better think of Shay. But honey, the sexual moment came and went like a fart. She was gone, go get some lube, but then they get to, putting stuff away in the kitchen. And he's like, you had me going for a minute. She's like, let's just have dessert, child. You didn't have me going at all. She needs that woman work. Meanwhile, across town, Carrie's going on her date with the widower. It's their first time out since their spouses have passed. Well, at least it'll be equally awkward. But he gonna want some puss. So she asks how his spouse died. He asks the same. And they're like, okay, we're gonna need some drinks. Cut to them walking out of the restaurant, just laughing. Good for them. Lord, but then he barfed. Did he mess up Carrie's shoes? That's the real issue. Oh, God, then she throwing up too. Don't nobody want to see all this vomit. However, the next night at the charity auction, Carrie tells Charlotte and Miranda, that date was it went well, but then the vomiting made everything terrible. Anthony said, I shit myself on a date. And she said, well, unless you shit yourself after your husband died. Girl, we get it. Your man dead. You ain't got to bring it up every 10 minutes. We sorry for you. Well, not really. But God, all this damn whining. My husband. We know you also rich because your husband's dead. A lot of people got dead husbands and ain't got shit to show. So shut up. So Charlotte tells Harry, look, I ain't apologizing because tennis is the one place that I ain't got to apologize. While Miranda tells Carrie, honey, me and Steve ain't fucking no more. We tried and it just ain't gonna work, honey. I was dry as the Sahara. You should have been left that man. Oh, and in walks Shay to perform. Oh, Lord, I know Miranda's twat is a tingle. I can't wait to see Miranda get groupie with it. She don't know them studs will friggin' run, honey. You've been hit by a smooth stud, no. Miranda talking to Carrie, she's like, oh my God, that's Shay. She's performing. Girl, she walked out on Carrie like Big did. But of course, she see the guy she was on the date with last night, Dr. Barf, and she tell Anthony, go make sure he's gone. My husband's dead. I'm with him. You got one more of them, heifer, one more. Ooh, God, don't bring this show back. You know they're gonna. So as the ladies are buzzing about Shay, she sees Miranda over in the corner and says, let me go holler at my heifer. And Miranda's very, oh, how are you? I've called an Uber. I thought you were busy. She like, why you being weird? Because you never called me back and you gave me the best sex of my life. I'm still vibrating from it. Child, these baby gays coming out at 50, I tell you. Shay said, girl, I get messages all the time. Wasn't nobody egging you? Tell me what you want. I want that puss. That's what I want. I think they actually humped in real life. Cynthia Nixon gives me a method tea. So now Nicole and her husband is arguing and Charlotte and Harry walk in on them. Oh, look, they're just alike. So as Carrie tries to sneak out of the event, oh, she's on the auction block. And so they quickly call her up to the stage so she can tell the audience about herself. Child, they pull Carrie on that stage. Come on, girl, do it for the kids. She tells Charlotte, our friendship is now over. She said that shit like she meant it. She said that shit like she was saying it to Kim Cattrall. Damn, they had to knock $50 off. Told you old hags is only going for $30. Damn, discount pussy. I would be mortified. So Carrie's like, you know what? I'm just going to bid $1,000 for myself to stop the bleeding. But who comes in but Vomit Man and bids $10.50? So she talked to the guy. She's like, all right, let's have a second date. Meanwhile, Shay is munching on Miranda's mouth. Girl, you really going to say, I think I'm in love with you? Like these baby gays, one good frig, they don't know what to do with themselves. They virgins all over again. So the shit end with, Peter texting Carrie, and she's actually looking forward to the next date. She's found a glimmer of hope. Good. Sell your book, heifer. Well, that was the shit. And I'm see you soon. for something.